Elimination or victory is what faces these players now in the lower bracket. Only 4 wins potentially from a world championship victory if they can stay alive and keep moving. But one of these teams is to be going home after this match. And we're starting off with Manta from Super VLTX with a blimp to sail in. And it looks like it's going to be an Electro Dragon pop out of there. The Electro Dragon with a couple of balloons to go ahead and get out in front of it, get the Monolith under control there. Invisibility down, clones it up. It's an Electro. We don't see a lot of Electro, but look at this. As he chains through the Town Hall, he's actually going to be able to hit the Clan Castle, and that means the troops inside of it are going to go down with it, but he does have the Clan Castle staying standing there. He's still moving. Headhunter slowing down the strikes of these E-Drags, and they shut down the strikes so slow there, and they're already slow firing troops, but look at that chain. Able to get the Headhunters out of the way here, but the Clan Castle stays standing, and that means there are some heavy troops inside of it. He needs to be very, very mindful about putting any ground troops inside of the range of that CC right now.
Well, he's got the Super Dragons flying through, so he should be good on that regard as long as he waits long enough. But they have a clear path now to the Clan Castle. We talked about the Electron yesterday, and it's fantastic to see it. Super Dragons will make easy work of that Navi Clan Castle. King now reinforcing the Queen since that is down, and the Super Dragons have just got easy pathing up towards the Multi and the Eagle.
Staying together nice and tight here. The range towers start to activate. There's the ward ability catching every single one of these Super Dragons. Queen on the outside of the base there gets forced to ability by the ground expos, though. That's going to take away her insurance to be able to stay alive later on. We'll see if she can stay alive. The Unicorn tops her back off. The Dragons make their way into the other side, getting these ground expos down. Very, very important to take the damage off of his heroes as they will try to reach through the final leg of this attack.
Yeah, and he's trying to save some of the spells for the back-end Queen there. They managed to take out the defenses around that, so he should be able to get to the Queen without too much damage. Still has the Royal Champion ability, 2 free spells, and an invisibility. Time is certainly on his side. He just has to time this correctly. Freeze is fantastic, and the enemy Queen is about to fall.
Getting to the Queen before getting stuck on the ground skellies was a big deal right there, and he does get her down before she can deal any significant damage. Now the World Champion pushing through. Looking very, very good here from Monto. Still with a freeze, still with an invisibility. RC can probably finish this base off on her own, but she's got all the support of the world from the other heroes there, and this one is surely going to be the first triple of the war here in the favor of Super BLTX.
Starting off as they mean to continue with that momentum from beating Strut yesterday. They showed us they really could win it all, and today, when the pressure was on, the first attack is never easy. Manta with a convincing 3-star.
Synthe stepping away from his normal. Synthe historically has done almost exclusively Skelly donut attacks here, but he's gonna switch it up. He sees an opportunity to do a Super Archer Bomb. He's got the Super Barbarians to back it up here, but the Warden will protect the blimp all the way in, and protect the balloons as well here. Blimp sails all the way across and will land in that Town Hall compartment. Quite a large compartment right there, but as soon as the goblins are out of the way there, it's gonna get the traps triggered, and then the clones come down, make it all invisible, rage it up, and start to work your way through that area. Notice how he's able to take out the Monolith there just by striking at the other targets around him. But look at the value he's getting out of that. He's gonna get the Clan Castle. He's gonna get this Eagle Artillery. That's some good value right there. And now he's got all kinds of options on how he wants to do the next phase here, because he did get the Eagle and the Town Hall, and those are usually your primary targets when you do this attack.
Absolutely, the patience he had of allowing the test troops, the goblins and the wall breakers, to set off those traps first before using the clone spell, and even the invisibility, just rotating them around very slightly. Perfect job. Now we see the greater push starting from the bottom. The King using the Apprentice Warden as well there to boost the hit points of all of those troops in its radius, and he's got the pathing set. He just has to make sure to push around the right-hand side. We do need to be careful of this Queen.
Yeah, the Queen, I was about to say, the Queen may end up going the other way, because the only thing that he didn't get right here was breaking the ring of defenses so that the heroes would guarantee go the same direction, but he does keep them together there. The next one is doing some damage. The Queen is going to step up, and she pops her ability at the same time that the King is providing the tank in there, so a little bit of a wasted value of the Royal Cloak there, but he's okay. The Royal Champion pushes through, and he's got 29 Super Barbarians he's in on. He's definitely in a little bit of a tough spot here.
He is.
There's a lot of base, and he's already lost 2 heroes, and this is is not going to be an easy push here with a lot of big defense still setting, especially when he gets to the back end. On that left side, we see the Rage Tower with the multi and scatter shot next to it. And by the time he gets to the World Champion, will probably have exhausted most of her HP.
Yeah, he's into the last minute, and this is almost the same situation Synthé was in yesterday with that time fail. Super Barbarian struggling up top here, and I wonder whether just having all of the heroes condensed like that was the issue, rather than you want to spread them out so they're covering each other, but also firing at different targets. Nice use of the Super Barbarian down the bottom to pop that Rage Tower nice and early before the rest of his troops get there, but with the Royal Champion and only a couple of Super Barbs, I don't think he can get this.
No, I think he's okay. He's still got the RC ability there. He can use it to try to hit the Expo there. 1, 2, 3. No, he does not get the Expo, but he's going to step his way in. Diggy's still there. Diggy steps in. Diggy takes the stun and shuts the Expo down. It's already a low HP. He's swarming the backside. Synthé holds it together. He's got the triple for Na'Vi.
Why did I even doubt him? With 10 seconds to spare as well. He just wants to keep it interesting for us all here. You could hear the crowd cheering. 3 stars apiece. And that's what we expect from day 3 of the finals.
Keep it moving here. Try to get more triples. Try to keep the pressure on to Na'Vi. Somebody is bound to make a mistake there, so you have to be ready to capitalize on it. But it is going to be Meow going in with a zap into, looks like Lalo. And looks like he's got a couple sneak goblins and super barbarians as his super troop selected, and he will begin with the flame flinger. Did end up getting the flame flinger targeted by the that wizard tower for just one, but that's relatively low damage. Maybe that's okay. But no, that could be a problem right there, because if he lost a little bit of HP, and he depends on how far he wants to push that. Because I'm seeing that he has a skeleton spell, and I wonder if the skeleton spell was intended to tank the monolith, which would be able to outrange the flame flinger and be able to keep it under control there. But if the flame flinger doesn't have enough HP to then move on and take the town hall, that could definitely be a problem. He needs to, if his plan was to secure the town hall takedown with the flame flinger, then he may need to start to reevaluate that plan right now because of that small mistake.
I think he is. He's sticking with it for the moment with the Yeti to tank the multi-mortar. Perfect timing on that one, although it was very close. And you would think the Flame Flinger has a lot of hit points because it takes so long to go down. It's actually really squishy, so even those couple of shots from the Wizard Tower is a big deal. But we see the heroes and the sneaky goblins used to help funnel them and speed them through to the Town Hall.
Absolutely. It looks like that Flame Flinger was intended to go off to the left anyway, so it is going to plan here. He should have enough to get that scatter shot down, and that's a good sign for him. But he does get the tornado trap triggered ahead of the heroes there, a very big deal, and gets the Clan Castle pull. And look at this, he's going to engage the Clan Castle before he activates the Town Hall, so he's not taking any oh, this Queen! She skips past the ice golems and activates the Town Hall, and now he's going to start to take all that extra damage.
Certainly is. His own ice golem comes in handy in order to freeze that. There we see the red air mine right next to the Town Hall, so he knows he's good at this point with the lava balloon in that regard, using the Warden ability to protect the Hound, flying up to that most northern air defense as well. But he's got to get a strong push here with the spells as the balloons move out.
Yeah, but he did get the Flame Flinger to drop out super minions that were able to take out the defensive Queen on the backside of the base there and pre-trigger the Rage Tower, so he doesn't have to worry about that. Road Champion steps in, gets the stun of the Multi-Inferno. The King's about to engage her. She pops her ability, takes it down, and that should be the triple again for Super BLTX.
And they are taking down these bases quickly and with so many troops left alive. We can't even count the balloons left up there. Wow, what a super performance from Super BLTX, and really keeping the pressure on Na'Vi. 3 triples to start this war. Gaku has been in this situation last year. Probably sitting in the exact same spot, keeping his cool, starting with the Queen charge to the south, lightning spells for the sweeper up there. And then we're just going to let the Queen presumably take a couple of the defenses down here, recall her out early, And then where do you think she's sending her? To the other side of the base, I would guess, at this point.
Yeah.
Set the funnel either side.
I would say get the Eagle Usually if you get the Eagle Artillery down early in a Dragon Detector, if it's exposed, it's definitely worth the time investment, whether you use a Siege Machine or the Queen Charge in this case with the recall. And then I feel like he would want to go in on the Town Hall side of the base, but he's also taking out a sweeper with that little lightning that was facing the bottom right. And it looks like he's already started Super Dragons in there, using the Eagle Artillery takedown as his funneling point there. He's also holding a blimp right now, and so he can cross blimp all the way through and secure the Town takedown. But we're already seeing traps going off in that area on the edge of the base there with a couple of sinking air mines, and now he pops the warded ability early, did not use the blimp, and that means that blimp is, if it's intended to go to the Town Hall, which I'd assume it be, then he's gonna have to put it in unprotected across to the Town Hall, so definitely keep an eye out for traps when it goes in.
Yeah, there's a long way to go, so at this point just waiting for the Super Dragons to clear as much base as possible, but that Expo that did not go down is a huge problem here. Firing away at the Queen, decides to send in the Baby Dragon. A nice adaptation there in order to take that down, and there's the red air mine farm right as he did so.
Yeah, a little Coco Baby Dragon, I want to say there.
Why not?
Yeah, just get all the traps cleared because that's the same path that the Queen's going to be taking, but he does go ahead and send that blip. The Queen is she going to go down the channel here and go to the inside of the base, or is she going to go north and go to the top side and support the King into the Monolith right there? But here comes the Clan Castle pull as he drops the Yetis out of there. Monolith stays standing. He's got the Skeleton spell as the troops start to make their way, but not locked into anything heavy right now. And the Queen, no poison. It's more here. The Queen getting absolutely decimated by, was that goblins?
It looks like it. Small troops anyway, annihilating the Archer Queen. He's still protected the RC ability up top. He's got the freeze spell, and the Air Warden actually did really good down the bottom there. Maybe the Phoenix can get the scatter shot as well, which would be a huge deal coming down to the end of this attack.
Yeah, he's got some cleanup over the side while the Phoenix is providing tanking, and he does end up missing it, but RC still has her ability. She can still get this. She's right there with the Queen. The heal is transferred to the World Champion. That gives him a really good chance. 30 seconds on the clock. The Frosty gets in there, slows the fire down to the Expo, but the World Champion zapping her way through, gets the Expo down. Time, watch the clock, 20 seconds. He's very, very close, but he's not there yet.
Oh, he would love to have a troop or two to deploy to the left-hand side there. The Queen will get the Clan Castle. I think he's good in the center here, but with 10 seconds, it's not going to happen on those final few buildings. Heartbreak for Navi, and after 2 attacks each, Super BLTX with a 4-building lead, and obviously the star. Lots of support for Super BLTX in the audience. Peng looking to take advantage. They have it in their hands at this point. It always sounds so easy, but if they triple out, Navi cannot catch. Using these sneaky goblins under haste to try and take out these storages. He's got a long way to go before he can get to that town hall. Is he just trying to get the storages here, or do you think he's got? I guess he does have enough goblins as long as he checks for traps first. He's got 2 invis, so he should be able to get the town hall with these.
Very interesting. We saw them running this attack, only this attack, on the very first day of this World Championship. And you can see this base has a lot of collectors and storages inside of the Town Hall compartment. That doesn't deter him at all. He's going to send it anyways. He does get the Sneak Goblins, able to secure the Town Hall takedown. And it looks like he's got the Super Barbarians cleared on the outside of the base. They're setting the funnel, so combining the Sneaky Goblins damage right there with what the Super Barbarians did, now the heroes are going to be able to make their way directly into the Monolith and hopefully stay off to the right. And I guess we'll see where they go. But look at the area right behind the Town Hall. If the Queen can get in there, then she can actually take the Town Hall, or not, well, the Town Hall's already gone, but he can get to all of the multi-infernos. He can reach defensive heroes over the wall and get the expos. There's an enormous amount of damage right there in that area that he can go claim.
Yeah, she can reach all of that. You notice the King knocking out the enemy Queen pretty quick there. Also taking down some of the defenses. Should be able to get the Expo, which will help the Queen. Beautiful Warden ability. Captures not just the troops in that top compartment, but also clipped down there by the King as well. See the Electro Titan now just used across towards that 3 o'clock area, or moving across there. It's got Super Barbarians coming in from each angle since he's got tanking all around the core.
This is such a unique way to attack a base. We've never seen any other team using this strategy, but Super BLTX making it look really smooth here as he continues to swarm the back end of this base here. But can he finish it off over the right side? That scatter shot is still standing. The Yeti mites are going to throw at it, and we'll see if that's enough Yeti mites there to finish that scatter shot. That'll definitely help on the backside, but he's still holding on to a queen ability. He's got a Royal Champion ability. He's got a lot of troops. There's the super farms. They dodge a spring trap, and they get inside the minimum range to take the scatter shot down. He's looking like another triple on the board here. Pay gets it done, and Super BLTX is now 3 for 3.
Incredible! They are just making this look too easy. The pressure really mounting on Na'Vi now as they have to respond. This would cause them to be 2 stars behind and need a complete flip in order to take this war.
You see him all across the top of the Legend League leaderboard. And always at the top of every single tournament, it is stars for our next attack here for Na'Vi. It looks like he's going for a Skelly Donut, maybe Bats. It's hard to say right here. What is his targets right here? But as you can see, he still brought up poison, so he's not going after Clan Castle. He's going to be going after, looks like, Expo, Scattershot, and Eagle Artillery, only using bats, but very interestingly, he's using bats while he has a couple of sweepers facing at him, but he does claim all of his primary targets, plus more. Very, very good value right now, and if he uses the whole crater right there to set up his heroes, he's going to be in a good spot, but he's doing something at the very top of the base here. Maybe getting the heroes to go to the town hall. What do you think? The heroes go to the bottom, or do they push the town hall here? Oh, no, he's using the blimp.
That's the answer. Blimp with a lot of balloons as well, using that warden ability. You see the traps, there's the tornado. Manages to pop all of the red air bombs before the blimp will be revealing those troops because he had more than enough time under cover. Town hall will fall, and then all of these balloons will go down, but he's managed to push this top area, and the Yetis can hopefully help to clear up a little bit more.
Getting those extra expos down is very, very important there. Getting more defense up there. On top of that, the Warden ends up surviving, so he's in a very good spot here, but we have not actually pulled the Clan Castle troops out, so we need to be mindful of that, be ready. This defensive Grand Warden locks onto his Queen, and he does see an opportunity, and he does think in a couple of super farms there, but the Queen is able to sustain. She is able to now get topped off by the Unicorn. She's got the support that she needs, but she's kind of going the wrong direction here, and that could be a problem. I assume the wrong direction. Usually we like to keep the King and the Queen together, but maybe this is the plan the whole time. It's really hard to say sometimes with these players.
I would think it's the wrong direction, and like you said, Eric, here are the Clan Castle troops, a bunch of archers again, alongside the super minions, and with the Queen going off in the wrong direction, he's got no way to take those down. I really feel like with the skeleton traps down there, he was expecting a hero push to the south.
Yeah, but he's got the poison in place there. The Phoenix and the King are able to work with the poison, and they get the super minions under control. The Queen is not just going to be wasting her value on the right side. He does get her the protection that she needs, and she steps her way with Ice Golem, and she'll take out that Multi-Inferno. However, look at the Monolith here. The Monolith needs to be swarmed here by Super Barbs or the World Champion or a Skeleton spell. The Queen gets locked onto. He's going to end up losing his ability there. He pops it manually, sees that he needs to pop it, but that's going to hurt him to the backside because he probably wanted that Queen ability to get him through the defensive Queen, and it's Queen. Okay, the Queen bails off the wall there, starts to circle down south in a very, very good spot. Watch this Queen, though. She gets over there to get the save, saves the World Champion. Here comes Headhunters, here's the freeze, and it looks like he's got it. Stars with the triple for Na'Vi, and they will not let their team fall 2 stars behind.
With an invisibility spell to pretty much swag as well. 20 seconds in the end. That is exactly what they needed to make sure that they have the momentum moving into these final attacks. They are behind. Super BLTX have got this in their own hands. All Na'Vi can do is keep putting up the 3 stars to hope that the pressure and maybe the less experience here on the big stage will get to them.
Former world champions on both sides of this match. 4 on one team and 1 on the other. Way was on Nova when they won the World Championship in 2019. But Town Hall 15 is a whole different world, so we'll see if he can get it done here as he goes in with Electro Titan Smash. He's got Super Barbarians that he can use to support here. I always like when we don't go too heavy on Electro Titans. We always keep a couple Super Barbs to go support the backside. Can definitely make up for a lot of the weaknesses of that attack. But oh my God, I love this! Bounce through the Town Hall takedown and get the Monolith on the side, and they're not done yet. They're going to keep on moving and get the flank support for the Queen charge.
I mentioned this on day one. I loved it last year when we seen the Super Bowler blimp, and Wei making sure that even if everyone else forgot about it, he had that in the back pocket in case there was a base. He could get that major defense behind the Town Hall. Love it, and everything so far has been so calculated and customized to the base. Look at the Electro Titans now, a clear path in towards the Expo and a perfect jump spell placement. They've got access to everything in the center of the base.
Have that ward ability and a range of his own as the defensive range tower goes off, and trying to keep himself protected from this damage. Needs to have freezes on standby as soon as he comes out of the ward ability, but he delays them. I feel like he needs to get a freeze or something in there. There's a lot of incoming damage at him. He goes invisible, but the Electro Titans are out ahead there. They're under a lot of damage up there, and it looks like a couple of them are going down, but there are some sustaining. The healers stay locked on. The healers sustain under the range the entire time, and we still have one moving out in front of the Queen. A couple of traps going off on the healers there, but they're overall staying relatively safe there. Most importantly, keeping his heroes protected behind him.
Yeah, I feel as long as the Queen can get that multi, keep the ability, she can take down the Expo. We've still got the Royal Champion and a couple of spells for that defending Royal Champion and Expo. Over a minute left. I think this is looking good for Wei, but he's still got a lot of deployment that he has to get right. He could still very easily mess this one up.
Try to get the skeleton spell in the right spot there. Notice how it's placed. I feel like it's a little bit far from the Royal Champion. Maybe it's okay, though. I would like to see the skeleton. It needed to be on the other side of the wall there. You don't want to put the skeleton in the range of the multi so it gets burned up quickly, but you wanted it to tank the Royal Champion. A little bit of mistake there. Has to burn the freeze, but he does get the Royal Champion down. Pops her Queen ability, and he still got it. He still got it. Super BLTX is now on track for a perfect war.
Against the former World Champions. 4 attacks, 4 3-stars, and if Navi do not continue their 3-star streak themselves, then Super BLTX only need to 2-star in this final attack to knock them out of the competition.
The master of the Queen charge, well known for what he can do with this attack here. Nearly flawless in almost every play that he makes. Let's see if he can make that happen, though. He's got a battle drill. He's got 30 Super Barbarians going heavy on the Super Wall Breakers as he gets ready for what would have to be a very, very deep push in this base here. But I have to wonder, with that many Super Wall Breakers, does he intend to push his Queen from one side of the base of the Eagle Artillery start all the way across to the Town Hall? Definitely a possibility here with what he typically does, and I can see him doing that. But I guess we'll find out here as he sets up down south. He's already got something set up there to funnel maybe the King into the Multi-Inferno down by the Royal Champion. Notice how the Royal Champion pad down the bottom compartment is touching the walls next to that Multi-Inferno. So that the Royal Champion will jump the wall, but he's not going to rely on that. He goes in and puts a skeleton spell down south. Maybe could have waited till the Royal Champion jumps the wall. That's a very, very good thing right there. But the Warden and the King go in together, wall break the Queen, more fun on the side of the Queen, and we'll try to drive her through the wall break.
Yeah, beautiful wall break for the Queen, waiting until the Expo in that compartment was down so that he could best manage those. He's got to mitigate damage on both sides here as the CC splits. A couple go across to the Queen, a couple come down to the King. What are you seeing here, Eric?
That battle drill. He used the battle drill to create the pathing for the King. It popped open and it actually broke all the walls open, so we didn't have the wall break there. Very, very creative push right there, but now he needs to get this Town Hall secured. He starts to make his approach into his... Okay, healers, they're okay, they're okay.
They just took one in. No, they're not okay yet.
More
they're
traps.
not okay yet. I think the Queen ability's going, but...
Yeah, he's going to lose the healers here. The Queen is going to go down soon, and he needs to secure the Town Hall takedown. Guys, this is trouble here for Kazuma. Hold it together. He's still going to defend the Queen in the backside of the base. He's seen a couple spells. He's got a lot of Super Barbarians left here. This is a very, very tense moment. Kazuma needs to be able to sustain this World Champion. She takes the Town Hall down. but she's gonna take the blast. She's dropping. Guys, this is not looking too hot. Kazuma's in trouble.
He needed the King and Royal Champion to move up to this top section. That's why he was waiting to reinforce with the Super Barbarians. And you talked about percentage, Eric, but this is the the scatter shot hit those troops before he even got the invisibility spell in.
Wow.
An 88% 2-star, which means for Na'Vi to have any opportunity, this next attack needs to go extremely wrong. Extremely wrong for Super BLTX.
Yeah, it looks like what, counting 16 buildings behind right now? 16 buildings, I think. So, yeah, all right, well, there's no delay here. Let's get in the next attack here, and let's see what happens if they can lock in this win.
Stars required to knock the current world champions out of this year's competition. Starts with the giant attack. Headhunters to nicely take out this king. We've seen this with the attack from Wade just before this. Quickly using a couple of troops, get the enemy king, a little bit of funneling, got the rocket balloons. That town hall is well protected. He needs to guarantee to get that, and we've got the battle blimp flying in. Once he's got this town hall secured, it's looking good after that.
Watch for traps, watch for traps. I'm looking at the ground there. I'm seeing nothing going off on these super archers. The area is clear. He gets the monolith. He's stuck on the ice golems potentially here. Oh, the scatter's on him! There's a chance!
Oh,
my goodness!
He, oh my word!
Okay,
he had it under control, and he missed the invisibility. You've got to have that counting to 4 down. This is huge. This is what Na'Vi needed. He's got to get rid of these CC troops, create the pathing, get into that town hall. Forget about the 3-star. 50% 2 is all he needs.
Gotta get the town hall, but he destroyed a handful of buildings around it, so he has nothing for his troops to lock onto. He has to approach it from the top side and get his heroes in there. He's trying to break the funnel there, but the funnel was not very well established because the super archers lost their value. He swarms the defensive queen. He's got header, he's got ice golems. Queen deploys the very top of the base there, but she needs to go into the town hall. He's making her way in right there. He's keeping it under control. He's keeping his cool. That's what you gotta do in this situation. You cannot panic. You have to make sure that town hall goes down absolutely no matter what.
The good thing about the super archers, it didn't fail straight away. He got a couple of invisibilities, so he managed to get some defenses down, which does give the queen clear pathing to that town hall. She's locked on. She's got the ability. We're on 45%, Eric. We're nearly there. He can cheer in any moment. 50% 2-star. Super BLTX are winning this war.
At a minimum, 14 stars. And they do officially defeat Na'Vi, our former world champions, in this match here. And that means they are in the top 3 in the world right now. All the stands of the last 2 teams that are going to be sitting in the upper bracket. They'll send somebody down for them to face, but there's only a couple rounds left until we crown a world champion, and one more team is knocked out of the competition.
I have to say, I love that Seven is continuing to attack it. It doesn't know whether he's going to need this focus with the final troops in the next matches. Even though he'd won, knew he did everything, he was still trying to use the wall breaks at the end there to get any extra percentage. Stay focused. They can breathe a sigh of relief. This was the match that they needed to come out swinging on top form, and they have done that. What a performance. Take the legendary status away from Na'Vi, especially Klaus, the man, the myth, the legend, finishing off for us with, is he going with a blimp himself?
He's got enough for a Skelly Donut. He's got Sneaky Goblins, a single healer. So he's going to start off with the Clan Castle and the Monolith takedown. And a lot of times when we see him do this attack here, we see that one healer on the Queen, and he calculates it out exactly perfect to try to make sure that that's the only healing that he needs there to get the queen to her target there, trying to figure out if that's the better way to get it. Yeah, he's gonna miss that mono. That's gonna definitely hurt him there, especially if he wants the queen to go to the Town Hall. But I would really like to see Na'Vi still hit 13 stars in this match here. So if anybody can recover after Skelly Donut miss, that it is Klaus, and the CC takedown is more important than the monolith. The monolith is really nice there, but it's more about just making sure the defensive clan castle troops do not deploy and distract your heroes while they take their primary targets. And I don't think that monolith will ever lock on to his queen as she makes her way forward to the Town Hall. So is this going to be a little bit of a nuisance for the Lava?
Yeah, a little bit early on the initial headhunters there. Enemy queen now engaging the attacking king, and I don't think he's going to get through. He might, I mean, he's reinforced with the royal champion. She's now trying to get the expo. He's not going to get the scatter shot and too much more value unless Diggy can massively help out here.
He's got an extra visibility here. He can use it on the royal champion, but he might want it for the queen. Hard to say here. Queen about to engage the defensive king, and he's got these sneaky goblins that he's starting to test into the Town Hall, but they're still going off to the right there and goes over to the storage. Now he's got the pathing to get the sneaky goblins to lock on the Town Hall. One to test, gets the traps out of the way, and it looks like he is now clear to go in, but he just lost his queen. And the question is, did she get the value he's looking for? Even the healer stepping in to make sure that Town Hall goes down. And a freeze as well. Okay, he does secure the Town Hall, but he burned a lot of resources right now. And now, as they make their final push here, he tries to get Na'Vi to 13 stars and end on a high note in their World Championship. But remember that Na'Vi is going to place 4th, and that means that is still a very, very solid performance out of this team. Making it to this stage in the first place, and it's just this shows you with the caliber of teams that are still remaining how amazing Super BLTX is playing this war.
Absolutely, and especially the entertainment that Na'Vi has given us throughout the first couple of days. The match versus Tribe yesterday had everyone on the edge of their seats. Now, I was thinking, he's been struggling a lot during this attack, and it looked relatively good there until that scatter, or not relatively good, but relatively good to get a good percentage anyway before that scatter shot wrecked the rest of his balloons. So you'll climb up towards 80%. Sometimes when things go wrong at the start, there's very limited possibilities you have. Some armies are better to adapt than others. Yeah. He's got the 2-star. He's just watching the rest of the troops go out, and I think whilst Na'Vi will obviously be frustrated, they can leave here with their heads held high. Let's give it up for Na'Vi. Round of applause, everybody, because they have been brilliant this weekend, and they've certainly given us lots of entertaining attacks to enjoy.
But more importantly, give it up for your winners of this lower bracket match, Super BLTX, 14 stars on the board, and they take down the former world champions. A massive win here for this Chinese team, and they definitely show that they are one of the best teams in the world, and they deserve 1000% to be here today.
Absolutely. They have won the last 2 matches they've had. Strut yesterday, and then the match there with Na'Vi. Convincingly incredible performance. Just astonishing gameplay on attack and defense. And we are joined with Itsu up here. I can't wait to hear what you thought of that matchup, my friend, because I think everybody is just blown away.
I mean, that was a huge upset, I feel like, for a lot of people. We have seen the percentages, like what the community thinks, who is going to make it to the final match and who's going to become the world champion again. It was over 50% believing in Na'Vi, and there were not that many people believing into Super BLTX. So really, really impressive performance. And I think at this point, I just want to hear it from the players and see what they think about that match, what went wrong and what went right, if there was even anything going wrong. But let's hear from the players.
Congratulations, Super BLTX, on your victory. Oh my. What was your thoughts on defeating the defending world champions?
非常恭喜在这一场取得胜利，击败一个卫冕世界冠军，感觉怎么样？
很激动，很紧张。
Very excited, very stressed.
I'm sure you were. Wei, I know you were the world's MVP, the very first world's MVP back in 2019. How has that experience helped make it back to this world championship?
为你是部落冲突第1届总决赛的最佳选手。这次经历中，你学到了些什么，帮你回到锦标赛的舞台上？
又能回到金票赛的舞台，很兴奋。然后这次我带了更强的队友，所以说很有信心。
这句话应该我来说。
Yeah, I'm very happy that I was able to be back, and this time I brought with my more fierce teammates.
Absolutely incredible. And everyone here and watching at home has been so impressed with your attacks. And will we see any new attacks in future matches?
你们的攻击攻略对所有的观众带来了很深刻的印象。你们还有新的一种打法吗？有秘诀吗？
必须的。
Of course.
Of course, indeed. So you do not want to miss those future matches. We're going to see some surprises coming in from Super BLTX. But let's go ahead and send it up back to the desk.
Flying into the arena as we have the first attack happening. We have Clash Champs starting things off again. And wait a second, I know those blue creatures. It's Super Bowlers. We have not seen them that much over this tournament so far. But I'm really looking forward what Clash Champs in Castro can do. They can show it out to us.
Well, Eric has highlighted this numerous times, but whenever Clash Champs open with the 3-star, they are very difficult to defeat. So let's see if his plan is going to work. So far, the Flinger is getting good value down the bottom. He's got the base open, a little bit of a funnel already set. I do notice the Poison Tower behind the Town Hall, which is something you've been focusing on a little bit during the matches today as well, Itsu.
That's right, the Poison behind the Town Hall. At the same time, if you're going through the Town Hall, this means the Town of Poison and the Poison Tower, they do not stack, which is perfect for him, even triggering the Poison Tower early. So perfect case right there. And what you typically do is you try to charge the Town Hall, trigger the Town of Poison, and then play the Super Bowlers delayed through the Town Hall Poison. And take a look at that. As soon as the troops are behind the Town Hall, one jump is going to open up everything.
Yeah, this will allow him to save the Warden ability as well. As you correctly point out, once the Town Hall goes down, the Poison is now active, and his Super Bowlers are nowhere near it. It's just about getting that timing, so they do move into this compartment before the Archer Queen starts taking out everything else. Oh, and as I say that, 2 Super Bowlers walk around it too.
Remember, Super Bowlers are ranged troops, so funneling them is not too easy, and a Super Bowlers match with just one Super Bowler is not really that threatening, but we have seen Clash Champs turning around attacks like crazy. So can they make that work with one Super Bowler in the core?
He's got the Archer Queen there as well, alongside the Grand Warden ability and the Rage spell. He might be able to still make this work. They are getting great value, and if he could get that multi-target Inferno, which is he is about to, he's got the Queen ability, the Royal Champion ability, and multiple spells left over. Timing of these is critical, as he's allowing the Queen to absorb that damage first. Ability goes off, the Skeleton spell is already down. 40 seconds, and it's looking good for B. Castro to kick things off for Clash Champs. The Skeleton spell is their only hope, but he's already taking a sip of his water. He's got the free spell, and with only a few buildings remaining, Clash Champs take the early lead in the Grand Finals.
Castro has to defend now, and it is versus General X. We have the Super Barbarians, we have a lot of supportive tools, and we have a Queen Charge yet again with the Recall spell. So far, it felt like the Queen Charge attacks did not work out that great for Reported, but it seems to be their only answer versus the basis of Clash Champs. Clash Champs using this time around an invisibility tower behind the Town Hall, which is always spelling danger for whoever is going to enter into that Town Hall compartment. With test loons and everything raining down, it means that those troops in the beginning are staying safe. There goes the healers, but remember, he is using the recall spell.
He is. There was one seeking air mine, but again, he's going to recall the queen out of there so he can be relatively safe versus the traps. He did have to use an extra couple of super barbarians to funnel the top defenses since the Builderhood kept repairing them. And notice that the healers, like you said, just quickly redirect to the queen. And he also waited until the invisibility spell tower was popped before he did that.
That's right. Having the healers transfer over, and now it's all about a huge hero dive into the core of this base. Wall break is going strong. The wall is open. He has quite a few spells left, even a jump spell to open up the entire base. Clan Castle is getting dealt with some nice spells, and the Warden ability should be used anytime soon.
Yeah, I was waiting for that Warden ability. Just such huge damage moving into the base. Archer Queen still holding back a little bit here, Itsu, and getting caught up, whilst the King is up top, but not really getting the value that he wants. Is that Monolith going to survive? The invisibility spell tower is reactivating.
That's right, the Queen. No, Queen! No! Don't go for that wall! Can she retarget? That would be huge for him. He's trying to turn the Skeletons invisible to make sure the Queen is going to go back, but she is not. She's staying on that wall. She is dedicated to take this storage out. But take a look at that. The siege has opened a really good path for this Queen, but she's having different plans. I mean, that Queen is like going crazy.
The elixir collector at the bottom of the base was closest, so she wanted to go down and take that out first, naturally. But what that does for General X is mean that time continues to tick down. There is a huge amount of base. That invisibility spell tower reactivating again. Surely not a third time during one attack. He's still got a rage and an invisibility spell. Carefully waiting onto those headhunters to try and power them in towards the defending queen. There's the invisibility. He's saving onto the headhunters for cleanup at this point, Itsu, because even if he doesn't 3-star, he's got to try and push that percentage.
24 seconds, more troops are getting placed. The Queen with her ability and the Unicorn alive, but that multi-furniture out of range. And as you said it, the invisibility tower has reloaded and is going to make a 3-star impossible. The Queen ability has been used, and every single percentage point is important. But at this point, this is 0 out of 6 for reported versus class champs. 0 out of 6 attacks they were able to successfully 3-star. And if this is not getting to their heads, that would be quite impressive. We have the Super Dragons returning, and take a look at that. We even have the double recall spell, just making sure that a troop, which is the Super Dragon, not needing that many spells. And we have the crowd going crazy and cheering for a defense to make this match as close as possible.
That's what's fantastic about being in the arena, is just seeing the atmosphere and how everybody gets involved. I've got to say, I love the fact that he doesn't need 2 versions of Super Troops, so opts for the Super Giant here. It's got huge amount of hit points, so it can tank that Queen for so much longer than what we normally see when regular Giants are used.
Yeah, I think in general, it's just such a cool thing with the addition of the recall spell. No one was really sure if it getting used a lot, then it got buffed, and now it's just everywhere, just being such a creative tool. And we have already heard from earlier that those pros are just so good with those creative tools, and this is exactly now where those troops are getting placed right into that high damage area.
Yeah, one seeking air mine hits a Super Dragon, just waiting on that Warden ability until the Battle Blimp moves through. The Warden gets pushed back with the sweeper, catches the Tornado Trap, so he's trying to hold on to the ability. He does actually catch all of the Super Dragons bar one, and the Battle Blimp makes its route to the Town Hall, gets there with the Rage. Now the rocket balloons fly to it, but with the Town Hall down, what's going to happen with these Clan Castle troops? The Lava Hound is going to slow down his heroes quite significantly. The rocket balloon's not going to cause too big of a threat.
That's right, rocket balloons without their ability, it's not as dangerous for those heroes. But there's quite a few defenses left standing. The Expos, the defending King, the defending Warden, And that defending scatter shot has to be taken care of. The skeleton traps are delaying things a little bit. The Warden, the Phoenix is going off. Crowd is saying defense. Is it going to be? That's the question. King ability is getting used.
It's hard to say with all of the hero abilities. Like you said, the King spawns all of those barbarians, and he also has the Queen and Royal Champion ability with 2 Expos firing at them. And look at the bottom of the screen as well. We've got the defending Royal Champion and the scatter shot. The confidence is not there for Clash Champs in this attack. They know it's not going to go through, but they have to try and get that percentage because Reported Gaming were right up there by 90.
And then really, really good poison, defensive poison spell, delaying the Queen and the Royal Champ even further, because at this point it's about time as well, and every single building which you can defend. I mean, we have now the defense for Reported. And remember how the last match went. Clash Champs have gotten the first 2 attacks 3 stars. After that was it. No more 3 stars. So having a defense now at this point is huge for Reported. They just still have to search for their first 3 stars. That's the other problem.
Now we hear the crowd for Clash Champs shouting defense, both sides trying to rally the teams up together. And we do have the Super Barbarians, 2 clone spells with the Battle Blimp selected. Now we have seen numerous Super Archer Blimp attacks, so I'm curious as to whether that is what we will see here. A couple of balloons to try and snipe buildings initially, then the Battle Blimp flying through. Let's see where he's going to land here at 2.
He's landing right next to the Town Hall, and we see the Super Archers. There's the clone. And
oh, the Wall Breaker's got cloned!
No way! That is just the worst possible moment. I mean, he opened the entire base, but this is not what you want to see.
You have to delay the clone spells so that your test troops are able to get out of the way and be destroyed. But with the tornado trap, the Super Wall Breaker didn't move forward and bust the wall. So that is a huge turn of events. Like you said, he still gets the Town Hall. All is not lost here, but with such a big investment, 0 spells left over, this is tricky.
It is for sure. With everything now getting sent at the top side, the only good news, like for him right now, is that he had not to invest the Warden for that type of blimp. It was a blimp without the Warden ability, without a heavy investment on the troop space. Yes, spell-wise, it was quite an investment for sure, but maybe those troops can now power through the remaining defense, because the Warden ability for that defending area at the bottom side with the Monolith and the Eagle, that I think is a great timing to use it and make sure that they're staying alive.
Got to time the Royal Champion perfectly here as well, because he's got no wall breaks or jump spells, which means he doesn't have clear access into that compartment. He uses the Warden ability now with all of the Barbarians from the King trying to absorb damage whilst the Clan Castle troops are there as well. Thankfully, he's got an Electro Titan, but it is getting fired at and going to go down, meaning any skeleton traps on defense now could be huge. The Queen trying to get through to that multi-target Inferno. She's got her ability, but she's not there whilst the other troops are tanking.
That Queen barely staying alive, but the Expo on the back end is just causing a lot of problems. The Super Barbarians are getting added. The defending Royal Champ is going down. The Royal Champ on his side is trying his best, or her best, to somehow power through a ground skeleton, as you mentioned. Oh no, is it enough power though?
Really needed that Electro Titan for this moment. Royal Champion caught up. Scattershot locks on. Once the Expo turns around, she will go down. And it is a huge defense for Clash Champs with the 89 just clicking into the 90s. 91%, 92% even. Come on. Trying to get the percentage right here. 92% for Reported Gaming. And Clash Champs, whilst they had that one little blip, they are still in the lead. And their bases still hold Reported Gaming back. It is becoming their kryptonite at this point.
Okay, the crowd is ready, we are ready, and we have Clash Champs going again with the Super Bowlers. And I feel like Reported definitely did not prepare for that, since Clash Champs felt like Bowlers were their I don't know, kryptonite to some degree as well during the qualifiers, but it seems like they really made sure that they know how to play this troop. But where's the Queen going next? She's turning some buildings invisible, but the Queen is going for the... Okay, she's going around, going inside, and she has to do the same thing as with the other attack. She has to take down the Town Hall, and then you're going to enter with those boulders to avoid the Town Hall poison.
Yeah, fantastic job there. Quick reactions with the invisibility spell just to make sure she did move on into the inside, because you can see how important that is now. Just about to lock up the Town Hall. Ice Golems and Super Ballers move in. Again, delayed, but trying to time it perfectly before those buildings go down. Seems like it's timed a little bit better this time to push the Super Ballers forward. Oh, no, maybe I jinxed it. Oh, gosh. Warden ability used perfectly, though. That was really good to try and capture everything before they moved around. If he could get the Eagle Artillery here, which he does, and maybe a little bit more protection for the Queen moving through, he could still turn this around.
I feel like that was one of those bait Warden abilities. Yes, you catch everything, but Judo, take a look at this core. You do not want to approach this without the Warden ability. Rage up Expos, triple raged up or possible raged up multi-inferno towers. This is not fun to face, and now it's all about the boulders on the outside. Can they throw enough rocks to make this work? We have the Royal Champ getting added early on to share the damage with that Queen, but with multi-inferno towers, that's not as easy as that.
It's not, and by the time the Royal Champion got the multi-target Inferno down, the Super Ballers were already gone. Archer Queen gets the Rage Tower. Royal Champion and Diggy doing a tremendous job here as the Queen ability is popped. She should be able to get the Expo and the multi. He's still got a freeze, but the Royal Champion sadly does fall. This is incredibly close. The Queen can get these skellies, and I think time is a big problem here. He's recovered this incredibly well, but what are your thoughts, Itsu? The Queen now stuck in that compartment. She's got to get out before she can start clearing any more of these buildings.
Yeah, she's going further and further into that corner and going down eventually, and that percentage, below 80%, is not looking good for Clash Champs. The only good news for them is that reported is 0 out of 7. 0 3-stars out of 7 attacks versus their bases. Because at this point, if reported just 3 stars once, they have quite a massive percentage lead. We have Mac concentrating, and we have another Queen Charge Recall Super Barbarians. Those have not worked so far versus the bases of Clash Champs. Can they get their 3-star now? This will be such a massive momentum swing for them. And he's starting things off with an Ice Golem with his Queen to really make sure that this defending air defense and the Royal Champ together have no chances of taking down possible healers for him. But take a look at that. No, the healers are chasing, I think, some of the Seeking Goblins or even the Headhunter. The Queen should turn around and charge into that scatter. But remember again, he has the recall spell, so time is for sure an issue. And wait, Queen, come back. Where is she going?
Oh, no. What's he going to do here? Maybe send in a... He can't really even target them with the balloons. He just gives up on that section, recalls the Queen, pops her over to 3 o'clock, and has to now make a backup plan towards that scatter. Queen taking a little bit of damage. I'm sure he didn't want to use any spells in this area because he was thinking the Queen might have been better topped up if he did have to use a rage in that top compartment had she have walked in. Manages to get through though, has some pathing, but he's going to take some damage from that scatter shot as he deploys the troops to the most northern area of the base to support the King.
Oh, there are the Super Barbarians, and now he has to be careful because that Flinger, that Log Launcher, if it gets targeted, that would be really bad news for him. He wants to get as far as possible into that base. The Eagle, the Expo, the Multi-Inferno Tower, all of those have to go down because the Queen and her healers are in danger otherwise.
He's already used the Warden ability, so with that raged up multi-target Inferno, they are going to take massive damage as the defending Clan Castle troops distract everything. What does he have inside that Log Launcher? And remember, he's still got to make sure the Queen loops around for that Town Hall as she moves in. There's a lot of distractions here. He's got the Royal Champion as a bit of a backup, and obviously all of the Super Barbarians. But there's the Rage. The invisibility, lovely Rage there actually to catch the Eddies, Itsu.
That's right, the rage was quite nice for him. But take a look at that, there goes the freeze. The healers are getting captured alive, but now it's all about the back end.
Oh, look at that!
Take a look at that, the rage tower inside the middle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Tesla, 2 Expos, scanner and multi-phone tower. I think you can't put any more defenses in there.
You cannot. He's got no warden ability. He's got the freezes, which he has to time perfectly. Just missed the rage spell activating, so the Royal Champion is taking huge damage with the skeleton trap distracting her. Queen down the bottom of the base. She's got her ability, but does she have time to come up? Great use of the invisibility to try and keep the Royal Champion moving, but she's stuck now. And the tornado trap proves to be fatal for Mech. Using the Queen ability to get into the 90s, they can have the percentage, but they're not able to close out the 3 stars, which means Clash Champs still have the lead, and they need to try and get another triple because the momentum has to be picked back up for them. Like you've correctly said, if Reported Gaming are able to convert, they are well out in front. Loop coming in with one of basically the same approach as what we have just seen. Is he going to use the Battle Blimp initially though? A couple of loons and the Warden ability. We've seen numerous Yeti blimps from Clash Champs deciding to rage this area to try and get the Eagle, the Expo and Multi, which he should be able to easily get. He's got the Clan Castle pull, and alongside the use of those loons initially, he's got a huge path created, so there is nowhere else for the Queen to go. She's pretty well protected whilst taking out the Lava Hound. Then we've just got to see the follow-up. 30 seconds in, everything going to plan so far. It's really good that his Warren survived because he can take out those buildings up top and get a little bit extra value, which could be crucial when it comes down to time.
That's right. I think we have seen this exact attack already earlier, with the only difference, it were Hog Riders as a follow-up, and that was from Super BLTX. So did Clash Champs say, well, we like that Queen shot, it did go well with the jump into the Town Hall, but then we want to do something different. We want to do the Super Barbarians instead of the Hog Riders, because let's be honest, the Hogs so far in this event had not the greatest success.
They have not, and I remember it was such an extensive Queen charge, wasn't it, that he was really running short on time. There is the jump, just like you said. The Coco Loons making sure to protect the healers, because if anything goes wrong with the Queen charges, it can then go horribly wrong. Has the Rage Tower popped, and he's not really under any other damage other than the Raged Up Expo. An aggressive Rage on the Queen alongside the invisibility means as she steps forward to the Town Hall, she's still under Rage.
That's right, still under Rage, and time is really, really important. We have the Royal Champ getting at it on the outside. The Super Barbarians out there. There goes the wall break. The Queen is staying alive. And now it's all about the push. 1 minute for around about 30% left of the space.
30%, and I'm watching that Rage Tower. There it goes, activating as the Ice Golem is flung off. He's now got to try and swarm that area. 2 freeze spells to perfectly time. There is the first to protect the Royal Champion. Archer Queen is using the ability. He is celebrating because with 40 seconds left, so many troops and spells. He's got this. Now, it's very hard for them to remain calm. I was thinking, stay there just for another couple of seconds until the 3-star is guaranteed. But in his head, he knew it. That is now a huge lead for Clash Champs.
Timtastic, he has to do it for his team. He is having quite an interesting army composition with a battle drill and a couple of invisibility spells. Are we going to witness, again, the invisible drill, the invisible blizzard, if you want to call it that way? Where is he going to start? That's the big question. He's starting with a couple of Super Barons. There goes the drill. What are the defenses he's going to turn invisible? It's going to be the bottom ones. So he is targeting the builder huts. The drill is going through, and he's going to have his blizzard right behind that Town Hall.
Manages to turn them invisible. Do they get caught on the Lava Hound hit? No, they are going to stay there and get the Town Hall down, get the other defenses. Can he chain through the rest of this huge value from this Blizzard? Is he going to use another invisibility? He's accepting that value, but I think that's more than, well, exactly what he could have expected.
Yeah, really, really good. Creative way on approaching that base. And back in the days, Timtastic was known as one of the best Blizzard Lotto attackers in the entire world. But now we have the Queen starting her dive, going for that Eagle compartment, going for that Eagle direction, where we have the King charging into that scatter compartment.
Indeed, with the Royal Champion now reinforcing as well. All of the Barbarians can swarm this area, help to get through the skeleton traps, dodge the giant bomb there as well, which was really nice. And look at the pathing of the Royal Champion here, thanks to the Blizzard. She's just going to hop straight on into that Eagle compartment and start to take down those defenses. Grand Warden still able to be utilized here as well, alongside the Lalo. So huge value from Timtastic. Using the invisibility for the Royal Champion, really wanting to save onto that ability. Off it goes. Can he get this section though? I think he really wants the Eagle Artillery too.
That's right, another invisibility spell is invested. The HP, is it going to drop the Expo, the Monolith? And yes, it's going down. And there we have the Lado starting into the last scanner, into the last Rage Tower area with the Queen. And those headhunters, if there's any spring traps, that could be really, really devastating.
There is the defensive rage going off with the Warden ability perfectly timed to mitigate that. Alongside the haste spells to quickly get them in, start taking the defenses down. Lava Hound also pops the tornado trap down the bottom, which is fantastic. And he still has 7 balloons left to use, trying to just pick off that bottom air defense if he can. The balloons have got to get down to that Monolith. 30 seconds, Itsu, what do you think?
The Queen has stayed alive. The Headhunters did not take her down. He has to the freeze, but the Warden is next. He has to freeze it, and he sees already he is not happy because that Queen, we have talked about it, her staying alive could be really bad for the attack.
With picking off the Warden, he's got nothing to take the Clan Castle down. Even if he gets the defenses, he's going to run out of time here, meaning it is yet another 2-star Clash Champs' bases being on another level. And now all they need is the 2 stars to claim the World Championship title.
The finisher has to finish this with only needing 2 stars to claim the World Championship title. And yes, he celebrates
He's
already.
Celebrating.
Like, he knows Super Dragons for the Town Hall. He doesn't even need to send all of the Super Dragon. It's just getting the Town Hall, Flame Flinger. Let that even work for like 1 minute. He does not need the time.
Yep.
They do not care about 3 stars. 2 stars. Town Hall and 50%. This is what this strategy screams to me right now.
This is exactly what I would say. This is what I would do, and I admire him for just doing this, to be honest.
Yeah.
So many times we see people trying to force the 3-star strategy, make a mistake, and then they lose the war because they 1-star. Selenio, swallowing his pride, doesn't care about his own personal stats. He cares about his team victory, which I think is very admirable. So, Super Dragon's in. He does commit them all into. He's not missing that Town Hall. He's going to use the King and the Royal Champion for cleanup and that 50%. But that is the marker, though. 50%. The Super Dragons are going to get caught up behind the Town Hall. Let's see what he can do.
I mean, not gonna lie, really surprised that he has sent all of those Super Dragons into that Town Hall, because he could have just, I mean, at this point you see how easy he has gotten the Town Hall. Just like circle the entire base. It's 10 more, or 12 more percentage. The Flinger is going, and he has not even deployed the King and the Royal Champion yet.
Just send them on the outside. Take the non-defensive buildings. Valkyrie's run out. He's celebrating. He can't focus, and I don't blame him. I couldn't either. There is the 2-star. Clash Champs are your world champions. They can celebrate for the rest of this attack and just enjoy their victory. Oh my goodness. We've seen amazing amazing celebrations from him in the qualifiers. At this moment, I don't think he can quite believe it. And wow, I'm just speechless at this point. They have been the best team here by far, thoroughly deserved the victory. And as this attack closes out, they can finally just rest. They don't have to remain as focused for the rest of this.
I mean, it is just incredible. And they were not only the best, but as well the by far smartest team. Do not overcomplicate things on Town Hall 15, and this was to perfection. They knew what they had to do. They came in here with the best strategies prepared, and they delivered. On offense, on defense, holding back, reported twice on such low scores. It's just mind-blowing to me. It's impressive, and it's just not from this world. Temper with his last attack. What is he going to do? What is he going to show us in this last attack with another siege, with another battle drill? We have quite a few of invisibility spells, but I feel like this one's going to be for the clan castle indeed, because there's no poison otherwise, which is giving us a clear indicator of those skeleton spells are supposed to take down the clan castle and a ton of buildings surrounding it.
I always love to see a Skelly, don't I? It used to be such a risky strategy, and I guess it still is, but the pros are incredibly good at this stage. But he does get the clan castle. Doesn't quite get the expo and the multi, so I guess I'm just full of jinxes today. I've been jinxing everyone, I apologize.
I was about to say, as you're saying, it's not as risky anymore. Two of the key defenses keep staying up. And at this point, it's full recovery mode. But I mean, it would be just so impressive to see Clash Champs winning twice back-to-back, was reported with 12 to 10 stars. 0 out of 10 would be such an impressive performance by the base bidding team. And I mean, it is crazy with the Queen not going. At this point, everything just goes wrong. It feels like the King would. Oh, okay. There goes the invisibility spell, redirecting that Queen. And now we have that battle drill getting forced into the Full-Time Tower compartment.
Yeah, really nice job on that battle trail. It's always good to see the use of that because it's protected whilst it's underground, right? So that's why, as long as you can set up the pathing for it, it's quite a safe option. Now we see the Lalo moving in from the left. The Ice Hound initially helping them get a little bit further. He's got to wait on the Town Hall. It's not active yet, and he's got the Warden at the bottom of the base, hoping that, there we go, as the Town Hall activates, he's got just enough balloons that even once they go down, it's not really that big of a deal. That was well calculated.
Yeah, he just says, well, I need that Warden at the bottom side. Raged up defenses are no joke, and you need to have that Warden around there. But even with that, we have the Dragon Rider reinforcing that top side, but there's quite some defense left. Can he turn this around, even though the entry did not work out? That would be impressive, and it looks like it is. He is applauding to Clash Champs. They were the better team today, but that is another great attack from Reported, and their first 3-star facing those Clash Champs bases.
Like you said, even though it didn't work out at the start, he's been able to flip this plan around, alter things to get those 3 stars, and it shows the caliber of Reported Gaming. They, I feel, have been the underdog for so long, but they came into this tournament smashing teams, getting a very impressive victory over Navi as well. We can give them a round of applause as this year's runners-up, but it is Clash Champs who are your 2023 World Champions. Now they can celebrate. What a performance they have given throughout this weekend, and they can lift the World Championship trophy.
We have the Clash tonight back as well to celebrate this moment. They are just going crazy.
Fantastic. I can't wait to hear from them. They have been so calm. They have made sure that they were focused throughout the entire tournament, and they have won it from the upper bracket. Not even not taking a defeat, but barely taking wars into those close moments. I think the closest one was with Tribe, and they are going crazy. They've snapped the trophy here. Phenomenal performance. Absolutely Brilliant job by Clash Champs. The strength is too much. There is their check for $300,000 for first place. And you see it on the top. Clash of Clans World Championship winners. It is Clash Champs. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody.
It is such a relief to all of those fans. They were by far the loudest in the crowd. They were cheering for them non-stop. They were cheering for defenses, for 3 stars, for everything. And it was just their time to shine. Going all the way and well deserved.
You called it, Itsu. Get the builder on deck. Hammer Jam needs to be going on that trophy. Congratulations again to them. But we are just about to hear from them so we can have the celebratory interview. Wow.
Here, their captain Celinio. First of all, congratulations, man. Such a long time. I remember we were opponents back in the 2019 World Championships. So you started at the very first World Championship. How much does this victory mean for you?
Bom, primeiro parabéns para vocês por serem campeões. Celinho, eu lembro que a gente competiu um contra o outro no Campeonato Mundial de 2019. Agora que você atingiu o seu objetivo de ser campeão mundial, como é que você se sente?
É o sonho de qualquer jogador, né? Finalmente consegui realizar esse sonho. Já disputei vários mundiais e dessa vez a gente conseguiu. A gente, com a organização, ajudou bastante a gente. O Edu também ajudou a gente todo dia, desafiando um monte de coisa que ele faz. E é isso aí, campeão.
Well, it's any player's dream to win. We're champions. We have fought a lot to get here. All the organization has helped us a lot. Edu, our coach, has helped us a lot as well with all his challenges for us. And we are champions.
Yes, you are the champions. So I won't bother you much longer. Just one more thing. You have the opportunity now to say anything you like to anyone out there. What's your message?
Eu não vou incomodar vocês muito mais, só uma última coisa. Vocês têm a oportunidade agora de dizer o que quiserem, para quem quiserem. Qual é a mensagem de vocês?
Primeiramente, quero agradecer a Deus e a toda a família, todo mundo que apoiou a gente até aqui. Foi muito difícil, mas a gente conseguiu. Também agradecer aos builders que ajudou a gente, todo o apoio, todo mundo que ajudou a gente. Só agradecer muito. E é isso.
So I just want to thank.
Também queria essa vitória também quero lembrar a todos que o Brasil e a América do Sul também é muito forte e a gente precisa de mais apoio, torneios presenciais principalmente, e é isso.
So I just want to thank God, our families, the builders that helped us, and also I would like to say that Brazil and South America are very strong, and we would like more support and tournaments happening around South America and Brazil as well.
All right, thank you very much. So give it up once more for your world champion.